life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. And I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this final world keeps spinning round. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Sweep. I'm your host, Anthony Longhair Leclair, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, the marvelous Marla McHardy.
What's up, everybody?
We have a question for you. Did you know that on this day, in 1995, Frank Sinatra had his all-star 80th birthday tribute party?
I did not know that till just now.
Oh, well, you probably knew it like 15 minutes ago.
I knew that 15 minutes ago, yeah.
But,
I'm just adding it for the podcast.
Oh, sorry. I've ruined the illusion. So, yeah, it was held at the Shrine Auditorium in L.A., and it featured the likes of Bob Dylan and Paula Abdul. Bob Dylan performed Restless Farewell, although he wanted to perform That's Life, which I just did for the podcast. So, ha, Dylan.
Ha!
But anyway, this is that day. On this day in 1995 wasn't even Sinatra's birthday. It was just his party, like a month in advance. Mm-hmm. His actual birthday is December 12th.
Just partying early, because why not? Because he can, because he's Sinatra.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess he still, his particles still are, but he's not. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I do really want to hear a Bob Dylan version of That's Life, though. Like, you know.
Yeah, and like I was just saying a moment ago, I'm not sure if I can't recall if he performed specifically that song, but when I saw him live in Ottawa a few years back, he did croon a lot of songs, and it was very bizarre. And I have a bunch of those very songs on an album, actually. It's like one of those thick as fuck, like 180...
oh yeah, like the big
Prince.
honking, yeah.
And but it's very strange because they sound like this now. Like he went back to like he went back to like the Man in the Old Black Coat style stuff, except now that's actually just his voice. Like he's not putting on the voice. That being said, it's a better thing that he did that voice rather than like that he ended up with that voice rather than ending up with the. And I'm still and is also so much better that he ended up with the lower voice. But anyway, that was on this day in 1995. Sinatra had his big all-star 80th birthday party more than a month in advance from his actual birthday, featuring the likes of Bob Dylan performing Restless Farewell and Paula Abdul singing Luck Be a Lady. And apparently after the show, Dylan and Springsteen and a couple of other people went back to Sinatra's house.
I would love to have seen that after party, though. Like, I feel like Sinatra throws one hell of a fucking party.
But there's a lot of whiskey.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
And a lot of blow.
Also, I'm sure there was.
Yeah. But I don't know if Sinatra was doing blow at 80, but like...
I wouldn't be surprised.
But, key to a long life.
He's like, oh, I'm turning 80, fuck it, let's do blow tonight. Like,
key to a long life. Look at Keith Richards.
I mean, yeah, the dude's fucking immortal because he's like... pickled himself.
But anyway, that was on this day in 1995. A different time. Mm-hmm. On this day in 2019, we're not going to plug or report other musicians today. We're going to plug our own shit. Why? Because we can.
Because we can.
How can we? Because it's our podcast.
We can do whatever we want.
That's right. That being said, it is still sort of plugging for other people because, Christmas is coming, everyone. And what better way to say I love you than to get your own personalized song for a loved one? Or to say I hate you by getting a personalized song for a hated one. Either way, if you head to leclairstudios.com right now and go to the store, you will find Tunes for Tam Tam. Now, what that's all about is a program for a good friend, Tammy Belanger, who's currently fighting cancer. And a part of the proceeds from each song that is purchased will be going directly to Tammy Belanger to help pay for travel to and from appointments and, special meds and all the stuff that isn't covered under OHIP. If people don't know what OHIP is, then that's fine. You're just not from Ontario and you don't need to. It's whatever. Anyway, it's not covered. And so anyway, $5 from every purchase of a Tune for Tam Tam will go directly to support Tammy Belanger in her fight against cancer. So give cancer a kick in the ass this Christmas and get yourself or a loved one or a despised one a personalized song with Tunes for Tam Tam.
Yeah. Get one for your dad. Get one for your third uncle. Get one for the mailman. I'm sure he'd really appreciate it because he delivers packages in -30 all day. So I'm sure he'd love a song.
Just make sure it doesn't seem like it's coming from your mom if you live at home still, because Dad will be real upset. Unless that's what your aim is. So that's one. Next up, we will be pushing out to do some ASMR work on the podcast. So some people might get a slight tingling when I start talking like this, nice and quietly into the mic. And for those of you who quite enjoy it, you're in for a real treat. But anyway, in all seriousness, it'll be all sorts of different sound effects that have been proven to elicit sort of reaction from certain people. So that'll be chomping into a cucumber or pouring water or sloshing around water.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. It's just because we can.
Oh, scissors cutting through paper.
Yeah, okay, we gotta make a list of this now. Yeah.
But anyway, so those of you who know what ASMR is and are into it, do keep in touch with us for that. If you have any suggestions about what you'd love to hear recorded and put on here.
I was gonna say, send us some suggestions. We want to know.
Yeah, then we will aim to do that. Granted, we'll only do that as long as like those sounds you want aren't illegal to make.
Yeah, no sound of stabbing people. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. That was specific.
That was really weirdly specific. Yeah.
That wasn't weirdly specific. Like, you could have... I'm not going to... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, and another thing that we're going to be releasing very soonly are Swept Up Stories. What that is just short stories written by myself and other artists from around the world, and they will be narrated, and you will be able to sit and, like a short audiobook, check out some very interesting original works from people all about. So do stay tuned for that. Also, we will be having The World Over, which is a travelogue series, which is already featured on Leclair Studios in written form. So leclairstudios.com, everyone, if you want to read about some interesting adventures that myself and the marvelous Marla McHardy went on over the summer, as well as a trip that a friend of mine who teaches in Vietnam right now took walking through Europe for 17 days because he could.
It's real exciting stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, so that'll be coming to the podcast in narrative form. So, narrated form? Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll be reading these things, and I'm going to see if I can get Duncan to narrate his specifically, because that will be a treat for everyone, I promise. So, do keep checking out leclairstudios.com, new stuff all the time, new music reviews, and new bits of travelogue and short stories and poems. We'll also have poems up here for the Swept Stories, just because it fits well enough. And don't forget to get your tunes for Tam Tam. Also at the store in leclairstudios.com, we've got The Lasting Limerick, which is a personalized limerick, and that is, come on,
It's hilarious. It's always hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's a perfect Christmas present.
It is the best seller of the store right now, I must say. We also have shareable stories, which are personalized short stories. All of these things, the tunes, the short stories, and the limericks, all have forms for you to fill out to give us enough detail to write the story or poem or song that you want to read or hear. And there are 10 different tunes, by the way, for the tunes for Tam Tam to choose from. So we will put the story in the form that you've given us. We will create the lyrics and put it to a well-known tune, of your choosing. So that's our daily sweep for the day.
Well, there it is.
There it is. A little bit of Sinatra and a little bit of a shameless plug, but not really. It's just a feature of things to come. So do keep checking out the podcast. Subscribe. Don't be afraid to go check out LeclairStudios.com today. Now let the dulcet tones of Sinatra, as harnessed through Anthony Longhair Leclair, sing us out.
It'll be great. I promise.
They heard it in the intro.
Oh, yeah. You can continue to enjoy it because it will continue to be great.
Thanks.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a poet, a pirate, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's great. It's cheesy, but it works.
Why is it? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just like it's like a LeclairStudios.com. Go there today with 5 easy payments of $49.99.
Oh, okay. That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
I know.
You can go there for free.
Oh yeah, it's free. I'm just saying. It's like it reminds me of that like infomercial voice. It's great. I love it.
Oh, good.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Perfect.
Great.